Hello everyone and welcome to another video here at Stanhope Model Railway. I'm Mark. Today's video is all about ballasting and weathering the tracks. So please do bear with me. I know it's going to be a bit of a boring subject, but I just thought I'd show you some more progress on that and how I did it. So without further ado, let's go on with the video. Right, okay, so today's task is going to be some ballasting of the tracks. That's the bits what are not already ballast. That seems to have settled in and train seems to be running okay. Touch your woods. So hopefully I'll have no problems once I've done it. As you can see in the main station area, which is on the most original part of the layout, except for the sidings, I've used the Wood & Scenics brown ballast. I think that's a mix of the medium and fine. I've never really been 100% happy with it, so I've gone for a change this time, which I'll quickly show you. So this time I'm using some grey ballast. Yes, I know it's a contrast, but I think I'm going to be a lot happier with it, and I think it's going to fit with the layout a lot better. I've got this from my good friends John and Heather at the John Duckfield Models in Chelmsford in Essex, and as you can see their details are on the top. I'll quickly pause there. Ken and Heather always look after me, so if you're ever in the Chelmsford area and you like to visit a model shop, it's well worth a visit. And my actual preferred method of putting the ballast down is to use a hopper. Now obviously you don't have to use this, there's several ways you can ballast it. You can just ballast it all by hand, but I tend to get better results using a ballast hopper, and I will use obviously a cut down, it's a 1/2 inch brush to spread it a bit as well, or to tidy it up, and then use a spoon to tap the track. And finally I'm going to glue it with the Deluxe Materials Ballast Bond. Now I know a lot of people use a mix of 50-50 PVA and water, of like 50% of each. I've tried that, but whenever I try it, it just goes everywhere. I don't know if I'm getting the mix quite right, but I don't seem to have much luck. So I'm going to use the Deluxe Materials Ballast Bond because I seem to get more control of it. So without further ado, stop waffling. The track's all prepared, so I'll get on with it, and I'll come back to you at the end with what I've done, and I may even show you some bits as I go along because I don't want to bore you all to bits, but we'll see. Right, so here we are a few days later, and as you can see the ballast bond has dried, and I've also glued in around the edge of the points, which I think is the toe end. I've done that, as you can see in the video, with some PVA and mainly to hold it in, and then I did very tiny control drops of the ballast bond to glue it down as well. So if I do that, change the points manually, you can see they're changing. But yeah, it's all glued down now. I'm pretty pleased with it. I've had to tidy up as well, just a couple of places around the edges, and made sure that it's not around the point blades or stick up in the sleep as I can't see anything. So we'll just take it on to the end just to see. See, it's all done now. All done a new station. Obviously there's a couple of gaps here. I'll have to fill them in. I left them because I thought I might have adjusted the track, but I went and ballasted anyway before I did need to adjust it. So I haven't done that, so I'll have to fill them in. But yeah, it's pretty much more or less done. It's all dried out. I'm quite happy with it. So I think I'm going to leave it there. And all I've got to do now, as you can see, is screw the balls back together, make adjustments, and then I can think about possibly weathering it. moving on, and just to confirm what I've used for the weathering the track. So I started first with the Humbrol enamel black wash. I did that more in areas where engines would be still, so that's the siding off the runway loop on the main station and towards the turntable and the head shunt on the main line, which I'll show you in a minute. And then what I did to make up some wash for the rest of the track in between to make it a little bit dirty, I use some of the rail match. Oh, sorry, it's upside down. Excuse the dodgy hand and camera. 402 frame dirt. That's in the enamel paint version of that. You can get it in the acrylic, of course, but I use the enamel. And some of the Humbrol rust wash. Sorry, you can't. It's got a bit dirty. Basically, I poured a mixture of that into a spare jar, empty jar, and I put some of the Humbrol enamel fillers in it and mixed it up, and I used that to make up the colour, which I will show you now to give you an overview. This is just a quick overview. As you can see, obviously in the head shunt I've used the black wash mainly, although I have gone over a bit with the mucky brown wash, and I've used the black wash over there to the road to the turntable, a mixture of black wash first and then the which brown wash. And I've also in there put the green scenes yard filth textured paint, which is a muddy brown. This is obviously where this bracket signal goes. I thought I'd do that before I put signal in. There is some more work to do on there, a little bit of seam work, and I'll show you that as well as I do it. I'll quickly move along, try not to make it too dizzy, just so you can see the weathering effects along the tracks. Right, so there you go. So what I'll do now, before I do that, obviously I'll put some texture paint in here, because obviously in here I'm going to have one of the double motorized signals. It won't work at first because I've just got to order a power supply for it. And obviously I've got to put a switch in the control panel for it as well, but I will put it in there anyway for now until that's all that's done. But yeah, I've used the green scenes yard fill texture paint in there as well. Again, not just a bit of grass stuff, but I'll show you that when I've done it. Right, so as you can hopefully see, I've done the grass work around the main signal. It's a bit flat mainly, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest, because that area would be trodden on, because obviously the signal's there, so the S&T department will need to get there to maintain the signal. But there is bits, if you can see, areas sticking up as well. So it's kind of a mix. And also, while I'm here, I'll just show you, I've put some scenics down on this side, so it's a mixture of real earth, some WWX fine foliage, and the green scenes textured paint, the yard fill. And also I've used a little bit of the WWS light brown mud, just did a few paddles. Hopefully that's alright, looks alright, and hopefully it all fits in. Obviously that's a dummy signal there, but you would have one there. That's still obviously for the turntable. And obviously the main bracket signal, which does work, has been reinstated. So that's that one done. And if you just give him a second, I'll move over to the other side. And as you can see over this side, I've done some more static grass here and some more WWS fine foliage, just to give a bit more ground cover over here. Again, it's a mixture of grass, sort of sitting down and standing up. It didn't go quite right when I did it for some reason, but I think it looks quite good and seems to all fit in. Obviously that's the whole for the signal. There's no signal here, the double signal. I've got it, obviously, as I said before, but I've only just got the electronics to power it today. Tomorrow I didn't have to do it another day. And last but not least, obviously, you can see the buffer stop's back in, and the platform's back in, and also the buffer stop's back in the end. And that's it. So it's all done. Well, I do hope you enjoyed that video, everyone, and found something useful from it. And if you did, please do hit the like button for me, and share the channel for me, and leave a comment below. And also please do consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. After all, it is free to subscribe to channels on YouTube. And in the meantime, just before I go, I'd just like to remind you all that myself and my brother are selling off most of my late father's collection of double O gauge locomotives and rolling stock. We are putting them on my eBay page and my sister's eBay page, so please do look out for stuff on there. I'll leave a link in the description to both my page and my sister's page, and hopefully you'll be able to find something there you like and purchase it from me. But in the meantime, that's all for now. Do take care of yourselves, and hopefully I will see you all in another video soon. Bye for now, folks.